Good morning, everyone. My name is Charlotte Broadkern, and I serve in leadership on the Board of Trustees. You may have noticed that we have so many people coming. So if you would like to scoot in the middle a little bit, you can. I think we're pretty good today. Whoever you are and whomever you love, whether you carry joy or sorrow in your heart, you are welcome here. All people of goodwill are warmly invited to join us on this great journey of the mind, the heart, and the spirit. If this is your first time with us today, please let the offering basket pass you by. Your presence with us is gift enough. We hope you'll join us for coffee and conversation in the community room after the service, and we'd love to get to know you and answer any questions that you might have. You also can visit the information table next to the exit from the community room. If you're looking for ways to engage with our community and support its work, we have a table out there where you can visit. It's called the Opportunities Table. It's in the back of the community room, and you can find out about committees and other works that you can do. We would love to match you with an opportunity that interests you. Please remember to silence your cell phones and other electronic devices, and we welcome you today to worship. At this time, please take a moment to greet the people who are sitting around you.
Whoever you are, wherever you are welcome here. Would you please join us in singing our welcome song? We are many, we are one. The light of the world is within you. Sacred and worthy is your soul. A place has been made for you. Welcome.
Good morning, First Unitarian. So glad you are here. Welcome to our annual Music Sunday service. If you've glanced at your order of service, you've probably figured out our theme for today, which is birds. All of today's music, artwork, and poetry is connected to the avian world. This service is also a reimagining of a virtual service that I created for First Unitarian in March of 2021. Happy Mother's Day today. Shout out to my mom. Yay! To everyone here in this space and to all of those joining us online who mother in traditional or unconventional ways. We celebrate and honor and appreciate you. In this month of May, we delight in the fullness of spring, which for many of us embodies hope and renewal, and we look forward to honoring this season and celebrating our community with our annual flower communion ritual a little later in the service.
Both Leah and I were excited to create this service inspired by birds. In the words of biologist and writer Sir David Attenborough, who celebrated his 99th birthday this week, everyone likes birds. What wild creatures more accessible to our eyes and ears? As close to us and everyone in the world, as universal as a bird. For centuries, humans have depicted and celebrated birds in art, song, story, myth, and poetry. In Bright Wings, an anthology of poems about birds, poet Billy Collins notes that in early English poetry, birds can be emblematic, as in the royal eagle, mythological like the reborn phoenix, or symbolic as the self-wounding pelican as Christ. Across spiritual traditions and cultures, birds have symbolized and connected us to hope, joy, beauty and freedom, fertility, life and death, transformation and resurrection.
This morning's service is filled with music, poetry, and art, but no homily. By design, it is an invitation into embodied listening and reflection. Musician Pablo Casals wrote, "Music is the divine way to tell beautiful, poetic things to the heart." And Krista Tippett writes, "One of the things I love about poetry is that it is language which lands in our bodies. Everything begins and ends in our bodies, though we have worked so inventively as a species to pretend that this might not be true."
This is the power of the arts, to awaken our imagination, to sneak past our intellectual scrutiny and create visceral, embodied understanding. Our hope is that the sounds, words, and images in today's service will speak to the deep places within you that are reserved for felt experience, the places that hold the ineffable beauty, and also the sorrow that resonate through music, poetry, art, and nature.
The lyrics for all of today's songs can be found at the QR code, which I hope is on the back of the order service. I haven't actually checked. Yes? Awesome. So if you're wondering what the choir is singing about, there it is. We light our chalice this morning with words from Terry Tempest Williams' book, When Women Were Birds. Once upon a time, when women were birds, there was the simple understanding that to sing at dawn and to sing at dusk was to heal the world through joy. The birds still remember what we have forgotten, that the world is meant to be celebrated. Once again, welcome here this morning.
Okay. Where are my little friends? Come on down. Today's a little different, so I hope my youngest friends have a flower in their hand. If you have a flower, bring it up with you. And then if we have any teens here today, we do have a fun craft. If you want to make a gift for your mama, show her some love. After the littles get sung out, teenagers, you can slink around the back and sneak out if you want to make a craft for mom. Okay, my friends, today is different. Does everybody have their flower? Awesome, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna sit, but I don't have a book to show you, so I'm just gonna read it to you, all right? So I hope you all have a flower with you. Today we are doing a flower communion, and I'm gonna tell you the story of how the flower communion came to be. The idea of having a flower communion came from a man who lived in Czechoslovakia about 80 years ago. His name was Norbert Čapek, and he was a Unitarian minister. The country he lived in had been going through a very hard time. There had been a war, and many people were hungry. Mr. Čapek tried to think of something that would let the people in his congregation feel a little better about their lives. He thought up the flower communion as a way for people to say that they were still free in their hearts, that they were still connected to nature and the divine, and that they were still together as a community. He thought that a flower made a perfect symbol for a human being because each flower is different, and each one is beautiful in its own way. Flowers do all kinds of important things in nature. All flowers grow in the soil of the earth, and all flowers have their own way of reaching for the sky. He also thought that when flowers were gathered together, they created something even more beautiful. And he thought that a bouquet of flowers was a wonderful symbol for a church where free people would gather as a community. So he told everybody to bring one flower, just like we did today. And they would put all the flowers together in the front of the church. When they left that day, everyone would take a flower with them, but not the same flower that they had brought. And by doing this, you participate in the flower communion. So you won't know who chooses the flower that you put into the bouquet, and you won't know who brought the flower that you chose when you leave. But the flower you have when you leave is to remind you, no matter how bad something might get, no matter how lonely or afraid you might be, that there are other people in the world who feel the same way as you do, and who also want to be free, and who want to have hope, no matter what. Because you are never alone, and we all help each other. So at this time, for everyone here, not just our littles, the music will play, and you'll be invited to come forward and add our flowers to our stand here. Do we have helpers for that? Yes. Okay, thank you. And then my friends that are here with me, we're going to go first, and then we're just going to sit and wait till all the adults add their flowers, and then they're going to sing us out, okay? And while this is happening, we ask that we stay quiet and use this as a very reverent time together. All right, we ready, friends?
bestow songs that like birds can fly. Singer of life, all flowers are songs, with petals do you rise. Singer of life, you color the earth, dazzling the eye with birds red and joy is for us, the flowers are spread, singing is our delight. leaves for us, the flowers are spread. Singing is our delight. Singer of life, all flowers are songs, with petals do you
This is the work of many hands and many hearts. In these colors and textures are sun and soil and water, all these elements that make life and love possible. We bless this bouquet and we bless each other by our presence and participation. At the conclusion of the service, don't forget during the postlude to come up and choose a flower to take home with you today as you leave the sanctuary. May it be so. And if you would now join me in singing out the children, we're going to make a gift for Mom.
Would you rise in body and or spirit as we sing our next hymn? We're going to start out with the call. We're going to start out with the call and response this morning. So I'll sing, and then you'll sing, and then we'll sing through it together. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn to sing. Oh, I went double speed, I'm so sorry. Life be as a song. Your turn. May life be as a song, resounding with the dawn to sing, awake the light. Resounding with the dawn to sing, awake the light. And softly serenade the stars. And softly serenade the stars. Ever dancing circle.
First Unitarian, both here and online. I'm Carol Ruckel, a member of the fabulous tenor section of our Chalice singers. Thank you. I'd like to quote from Cantabile, a wonderful music group in Boulder. And this is what their choir said, and I think it goes for ours as well. For us, singing is a way to connect with each other and find rest from our chaotic lives in an environment where one is accepted and valued. And sharing with others through performance is how we bring the emotion and joy of choral music to the broader community. This community has been incredibly supportive of our music program over the years. Just in the last year, we've purchased a new to us piano, it's fabulous, and ordained Leah as our minister of music. She brings you a concert every Sunday, and our program is funded through your pledges and plate donations. We appreciate your ongoing support. Please be generous with the basket as it comes around, or you can use the QR codes. If you're at home, there's always Breeze. Thank you.
invite you into this time of meditation, prayer, or reflection. Listening to birds singing reduces our cortisol, slows your heart rate, and triggers parasympathetic calm. Why is this so? Because for over 100,000 years, birdsong meant you're safe. Our bodies still remember. And so, in the words of Wendell Berry, let us take this time to rest in the grace of the world, in the sweet singing of birds. The Sufi poet Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi wrote, "Bird song relieves my deepest griefs. Now I'm just as ecstatic as they, but with nothing to say. Please, universe, rehearse your poetry through me." We will take a moment to rest, to simply be, to notice our breath flowing in and out, to listen to these birds and this bird song with no need for words for a moment. We close this time of meditation with the second poem by Rumi. The moment this love descends to rest in me, many beings become one. In a single grain of wheat, 10,000 sheaves germinate. Within the needle's eye, innumerable stars radiate. May it be so. Amen.
Some poems hold up to the pain that is real in people's hearts. Maya Angelou has used an extended metaphor of two birds to paint a portrait of the systemic racial injustice in our country. Her poem shines a light on the privilege of those who are unoppressed, as well as the pain and suffering, and also the resilience of those who are oppressed. On this Mother's Day, we are dedicating this next song to Jeanette Vizquera, a mother who is currently incarcerated at the Geo Detention Center in Aurora. The Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the currents end, and dips its wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, and he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But the caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom.
Such Singing in the Wild Branches by Mary Oliver. It was spring, and finally I heard him among the first leaves. Then I saw him clutching the limb in an island of shade, with his red-brown feathers all trim and neat for the new year. First, I stood still and thought of nothing. Then I began to listen. Then I was filled with gladness, and that's when it happened, when I seemed to float, to be myself a bird or a tree. And I began to understand what the bird was saying, and the sands in the glass stopped for a pure white moment, while gravity sprinkled upward like rain rising. And in fact, it became difficult to tell just what it was that was singing. It was the thrush for sure, but it seemed not a single thrush, but himself and all his brothers, and also the trees around them, as well as the gliding long-tailed clouds in the perfectly blue sky. All of them were singing. And of course, yes, so it seemed, so was I. Such soft and solemn and perfect music doesn't last for more than a few moments. It's one of those magical places wise people like to talk about. One of the things they say about it that is true is that once you've been there, you're there forever. Listen, everyone has a chance. Is it spring? Is it morning? Are there trees near you? And does your own soul need comforting? Quick then, open the door and fly on your heavy feet.
An excerpt from Murmuration by Linda France, a poem about our connection to nature and one another. What if couldn't care less, cared more, and we let the murmur of change our ways? Hear the roots of the trees whispering. Dark soils, cavernous memories. Tectonic plates shift. Sit like a mountain, all weathers in our hearts. What if flutterings become feathers? The starlings lend us their wings till we trust enough to fly together, synchronized, one vast voice, all different, all the same, to mend our wounded earth. See how we flit, twist, swell, dive, co-mingle, coexist, co-inhere, belong together.
Would you please rise in body and or spirit and join us in singing our next hymn, My Life Flows On, an English song. You all knew that melody so well.
I have a brilliant idea for a new hymn mashup. I do get those confused. I want to thank the artists, photographers, musicians, and speakers who contributed to our service today. For our benediction, we come full circle back to the writing of Terry Tempest Williams. This passage is from her book, Refuge, An Unnatural History of Family and Place. I pray to the birds. I pray to the birds because I believe they will carry the messages of my heart upward. I pray to them because I believe in their existence, the way their songs begin and end each day, the invocations and benedictions of earth. I pray to the birds because they remind me of what I love rather than what I fear. And at the end of my prayers, they teach me how to listen. May the birds and their songs remind us to listen deeply, remind us of what we love, and inspire us to tend to one another's wounded hearts and mend our wounded world. I invite you to remain seated for our postlude music, and then remember to take a flower, different than the one you brought, home with you as you exit the sanctuary today.
I think this time I'm gonna make it till morning. I got strength within my heart. I'm gonna sing for all the heroes who've fallen. I'm gonna take the long way home. Yes, I'm gonna take the world by storm. We got magic in our bones, just like the stars. We're gonna shine bright and golden. Ooh. We gonna bang down all the doors, make sure we take back all the things that were stolen. Yeah, we're gonna take the long way home. Yeah, we're gonna take the world by storm. See, with the heart of a sparrow, oh, tell me what arrow could ever bring you down. Oh, the escape, it was narrow, but what a gift, the courage you found. See, with the heart of a sparrow, oh, tell me what arrow could ever bring you down.
Thank you. Have a blessed rest of your day. Happy Mother's Day. Oh yeah, don't forget to come grab a flower. And there's more up front also.